What is up, guys? It's your host Chase from Ballpark Nuts, and we are here with our second episode, and we got our guest star, Kaleb Kramer. Round of applause.
Thanks for having me, Chase. Honor to be here.
Oh, good. This is our co-owner of CK Sports, making his first appearance on the podcast. Pleasure to have you. And
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of
Excited.
course. Good. We're going to be talking about kind of the Jays. We had a topic lined up a couple days ago, hot topic or a hot take on the Jays from a Jays fan. Some technical difficulties on the recording end led us to only being able to record right now. So here we are, but our hot take on the Jays from a Jays fan has kind of changed with their kind of turnaround. So maybe, Caleb, you want to give us a start here? What are we looking at?
Well, right now, when we were planning on doing this, it was going to be me absolutely destroying the Blue Jays bullpen. But now they've kind of turned it around. The whole team's turned it around. Now they're actually winning games, and they're off their 7-game losing streak, whatever it ended up. Yeah, they played the Yankees really well, and we got to see some young guys shine, and future's bright for this team. They have one of the best offenses in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're doing it without George Springer. Right now they're sitting fourth in the AL East. They're 5.5 games back, but that's part of that big losing streak they had.
Yeah, definitely added to it.
It's going to be tough to catch the Yankees, the Rays. They just seem to do it with nobodies, but they're always an elite team out there. And yeah,
Red Sox out of nowhere
tough.
with whatever kind of team they have. I don't know how they're popping off so much.
It's really going to be a tight race in the AL East this year.
Fair enough.
I do think, another first hot take, I do think the Red Sox are going to fall off here soon.
Well, it's only it's only a matter of time. I think I agree with that as well. Based on I don't even know how they've gone this far with JD Martinez started off hot, but he's really kind of slowed down. He was looking really hot at the start of the year, but I don't really even know how the Red Sox keep doing it. But I'd agree with that. It's only a matter of time before they start falling off the table.
I want to talk about a hot hitter. How about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. this year for the Toronto Blue Jays?
Guys on fire.
Absolute MVP right now.
Lighting
it up in the league right now.
I think he's got it. He's on track. I think I'd agree with the MVP. Definitely the AL MVP right there. One of the first candidates if you wanted to rank him right now.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Vladdy right now, through 50 games, he has 16 home runs, 41 RBIs. He's batting .331. And watching Vladdy this year compared to last year is not chasing the terrible pitches that he gets. He's not swinging in the dirt. He's not swinging at the high heaters.
Getting a lot more patient
at the plate. And for example, he has 32 strikeouts this year, but also 31 walks. That's a close to a 1 ratio, which is elite.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, that plate discipline is huge, as well as he lost 40 pounds in the off season coming into this season. So a lot more mobile, a lot more versatile.
Yeah, and it's bat speed, and he's getting the ball in the air, which is leading to a lot of home runs and a lot of success for the team.
Yep.
If he's not going, this team is probably a lot more L's in the L column.
For sure.
If he's performed like he did last year, I saw a post online. I think it was MLB memes on Instagram. It was when first year Vladdy, he's overrated, and second, this guy can't hit, to now this year best hitter in baseball.
Guys on fire.
I think he is the best hitter in baseball, and just something about it, I don't think he's going to fall off. I think he's going. This is what Blue Jay fans have been waiting for since he signed here.
He's got the tools for sure. He has. I was thinking
this is the number one prospect we got.
I was thinking Ohtani was gonna give him some trouble for home run leader, but Vlad's just kept going, and Ohtani's I think Ohtani's at 15, but so
yeah.
I think Vlad's just keep keep going.
He's an elite player, man. As I say when we were playing MLB The Show, he started off as a 74 overall, now he's up to an 87.
Yeah. Diamond yet or what?
I think so. He should be, no doubt about it.
Big. I agree. He's only going up, I think. He's nowhere near, like you said, he's not going down. And then how about Alek Manoah? That's a big
Oh my, don't
big
even,
call up.
holy man. That's what he was advertised as. And a
Yeah.
lot of people did not know who the heck he was, but I knew because I watched spring training. Like, I even asked you, like, when I bought that Manoa card, you were like,
I didn't even
don't
know he was,
that
honestly,
is.
at that point.
And I was like, oh, you better watch out. This guy's going to be good.
I remember you talking
yeah,
about him when you got that card.
Yeah, it was. I had a feeling, but it's his first start. Like, I remember when Nate Pearson made his first start, he was amazing.
Yeah.
It's just now see if it goes to another start. Like, I think he's here to stay, unless unfortunately he falls off for some reason. But I don't think he will. He has the electric stuff.
Has Pearson pitched in a regular season game yet, or just spring training? Has Pearson pitched in a regular season game or just spring training?
Pearson pitched in one
regular
season game against the Astros this year, and he got lit up, which they sent him down, which I didn't agree.
Right.
I would have gave him one more start because I think he got called up the night before.
Yeah,
and they
not
announced
really
he was
enough.
pitching, and it's like
not enough time to
the
prepare.
guy
Really,
travel to the team and has to pitch. Like, I think it was unfair.
Yeah, give him a home game. Give him a few days in advance to know.
Give him a week or give him a few days with the team, get settled in there. But he was just thrown into the fire there.
Yeah. Like, tough start, tough thing to be thrown into right off the hop there.
Yeah, especially against the Astros, who are a good hitting team.
Oh, Tuve's doing a lot better than he was last year. I haven't kept tabs on the Astros because you know how I feel about the Astros, but...
Oh, yeah, you absolutely hate the Astros.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even take my bad fantasy traits to get rid of Altuve.
Yeah. Yeah, not... I should probably let go of that grudge, but Altuve's he's been doing better this year. He's hitting close to, he's got to be close to 300, I think, or if not 300. I think
yeah, he's around there.
I'm
after a horrible, like last season when people say I don't really count last year because it's like
last year was season. Last year was a really hard season to base anything on.
They didn't get a full spring training either.
Yeah, he's batting 299 Altuve.
Yeah, so he'll get that to 300 because he's red hot right now.
Yeah.
Another player, like, say, who's red hot, Blue Jays signed a 1-year deal, and I think he's going to be here. He's going to stay here. Is Marcus Semien.
Yep. I knew you were going to say that.
He's back to his back to form, and back in 2019 when he was an MVP finalist there. I think he finished second in the voting with the A's.
Yep.
And he had a rough season last year. He signs the 1-year deal with the Jays, like kind of a prove yourself deal, and it's really worked out. Like,
I'd be shocked if they didn't sign him to another at least 1-year deal after this, if I'm not thinking, more. Like 6.
1 or 2-year deal, like get him till like Martins or Groshans comes up.
Right, exactly. Well, yeah, because then you clear the space when Groshans comes up, and then you have Semien until then. Because Semien, I don't know how he's early 30s, I think, age wise.
I think
so. He's getting up there.
I don't even know how old he is. Let me look here.
But
he's 30 years old.
Yeah, so he's getting a little older. So you sign him for a year or two, then
he's in his prime.
He's in his prime. And then Grosjean comes up, and you can give him some playing time a little bit behind Semien, and then you work his way up into his starting role, everyday job for Grosjean's.
I think Semien's going to sign a 3-year deal, and I think he's going to get paid $20+ million.
Yeah.
If he continues to be like this, like I think he's an all-star. He could even be the starting second baseman in the all-star game.
I'm gonna have to maybe even use him as a keeper on my fantasy team. I know he's been the glue for my fantasy team, putting up so many points.
Like the fantasy, like Blue Jays have the best 2 infielders, like the best 3 infielders for fantasy. Vladdy, Semien, and Bichette. They're fantasy gods.
And Bichette's been raking. Against the Yankees, he was really raking. He hit 3 home runs against that 3-game series, didn't he?
Yeah. Something like that.
He hit
a few bombs.
I think 1 in the first game of the doubleheader and 2 in the second game of the doubleheader, maybe? I could be wrong. I know he hit 2. I could be wrong in the third one.
He hit I know. He hit 1 in the last game. I know that for sure.
Yeah. I know he's been hot, though, so...
Yeah, he's red hot.
Yeah.
He hit 1 in the...
Jays just really need... You got Manoa now. They just really need someone else on the bump.
They need to... If they want to win...
Like, their infield's good, and then... I don't know, you got Jansen and Kirk behind the plate, splitting time, kind of.
I don't think any of those are your future catcher, even though I really like Kirk and Jansen. Like, I wish, like, Jansen's such a good catcher.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be like that.
Just good defensively, but not offensively.
He's going to be like that Higashioka from the Yankees.
Oh, yeah.
Where he only catches for Rue.
Right.
And then they bring in someone else that will catch the other ones.
Yeah.
Like, that's my opinion, because
Gotcha.
I don't think Jansen's the answer at catcher. Like,
yeah.
It's very rare to find you're not going to get a real Muto, like players like that who can catch and hit.
Yeah, the guy's just
like,
an absolute stud behind the dish. Like Will Smith too.
And like it's Kirk, he's going to be a good hitter, but I don't think he's not a good catcher.
He's not defensively enough.
Yeah,
it's more suited for first base with his body shape.
Yeah. He has the body of a designated hitter.
That too.
Yeah, Blue Jays infield, like future is bright. Like I'm looking at their top prospects list here.
Well, Austin Martin's going to be good.
They have Austin Martin at 2. You got Groshans at 3, who all play infield.
Yeah.
And then you have Martinez, who's also shortstop, who's ranked number 6.
Yeah.
Like honestly, here's another hot take. I honestly think this year either Groshans or I'm thinking more Groshans, who is going to get traded to add to that starting rotation. Like,
you think, hey?
You could package him up with someone else and get a Max Scherzer. I think you have to pull the trigger on that.
That's big.
Because you have Austin Martin still coming up.
Who do we have as potential trade? I don't even know who is ending. I don't know. Verlander. Verlander could be interesting. He's ending I know his contract's done this year. He wants to play next year.
But I think Scherzer,
but he'd just be a sign.
I think he has 1 year left on his contract
yeah.
after this season. And, like, if you're going to give up your top prospect, you want to get more than 1 year out of a guy, like, not a rental. Like,
yeah.
I think if you could package, honestly, if you could trade Groshans and maybe some other lower-end prospects.
He's got good trade value.
To get Scherzer, but I think maybe trading Groshans for Scherzer could be enough.
Yeah.
Because, like, Scherzer's get really up there in age.
Well, who does Washington need? They got Harrison and Turner.
I'm pretty sure they're an older team, aren't they?
Yeah, well, Turner's younger, but still, like, Harrison's up there in age. And who else do they have? Who's second?
Like, I think they also need to look at the future of that pitching staff, because they have, like, Strasburg, they have Scherzer there. Like, those are some old guys there.
Yeah, and if Strasburg can even, like, stay healthy, guy's been injured for ages. I got so frustrated with him. I had him as a keeper 2 years ago. I had him keeper is 2 years in a row, and he was injured pretty much the entire season last year. I think he pitched 2 games last year. And the year before, I don't think he did very much, and I just dropped him this year. I didn't even use him as a keeper for this year because I was fed up with him, and he's injured again, so I'm glad I didn't use him as keeper. But
like, I look at the Blue Jays, like, top 5 prospects. I think Pearson, Martin, and Manoah, out of those 5, I think those 3 are untouchable. Like, I don't think they will give away those. Like, I could see them moving Simeon Wood-Richardson, who I think is really good.
Yeah.
But if you're in the win now mode, you're
moving those guys for sure. Yeah.
Like Groshans and Martin, it says estimated arrival time is 2022.
Yeah.
They're currently playing in Double-A.
Yeah. So next year, take a little bit of some playing time behind Simeon and Bichette maybe, and Bichette, because you got a lot of infielders coming up there for Toronto. Do you think Bichette moves, or do you not moves off the team but moves position? Or
I think Bichette should be playing either. I think he should be a second baseman.
I was going to say, do you think second?
I do not like Bichette at shortstop.
No,
he's not a good defensive.
Because I think
he's honestly like going to be the next Kaleb Torres. Like, struggles at shortstop, but.
And that's just why I'm not a huge fan of Glaber either, because he's just, I don't know.
Like, honestly, I think like they have Simeon at second, Bichette at short.
Yeah.
I would switch those.
Flip those around.
Simeon's a good fielder.
Yeah, really good defensively, and this year really good offensively.
Oh yeah, like go back to like what did he hit? Marcus Simeon, what did he hit in his MVP caliber season there? Let me see here. So in 2019, he batted .285 with 33 home runs and 92 RBIs.
Yeah, and he's batting, what,
so
300
he's
plus right now?
on pace to do that right now.
Yeah. What's he batting right now?
He is batting 286.
So he's above that right now, so that's
pretty
nice.
close.
Yeah.
285 and 286.
Yeah.
Last year he batted 223, which...
Yeah. It's,
okay, who cares?
significantly better this year. Yeah, and the shortened season, like, you only playing 60 games, like, it's tough to get a huge... Let's say you're batting 3 times a game at 60 games. That's, if you do a quick math...
like last year he got 211 at-bats.
240
at-bats.
at-bats.
This season we're like on halfway down, he's already at 200.
Yeah.
203.
So I guess even if you took he's significantly better than last year. He's taken huge strides right now.
Yeah, like Simeon, it was a question mark signing. Honestly, at the time, like I thought we needed pitching. Like I was in on like bringing a guy like James Paxton in.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he coming off the Yankees, they're on free agency, and even Tanaka, I know he went back to Japan, but Happ.
Tanaka, Paxton, I think there's interest in bringing Jay Happ back.
Yeah.
For like the third time.
Is he on a 1-year contract with Minnesota
I think he's
right
on
now?
a 1-year contract with the Twins.
Yeah.
Another player there's 2 players that I really wish the Blue Jays did not get rid of, and that is Taijuan Walker and
he's been hot for
Matt Shoemaker. Well, Matt Shoemaker, like he was always hurt, but when he pitched, he was really good. I really liked him.
And yet they choose to keep Robbie Ray.
Like Robbie Ray's having a great year.
He is actually.
His only problem is he is giving up way too many home runs, but he's not walking anyone, so they're all solo shots.
Because his control was the issue, but he's been not bad right now.
He's been really good. Like I usually make a bet or two on like every game. Like, oh, is he gonna get like
how many home runs?
Usually him it's 6.5 strikeouts, so 7 strikeouts. And I always click the over because strike him out or he gets absolutely wrong.
But hey, on the betting column, it doesn't matter how many runs he lets in; it's just how many strikeouts he gets.
How many strikeouts? Yeah. And the Blue Jays have this elite offense, and guess who they're also missing in this lineup right
Springer.
now? The $150 million man, I think.
$150 million man that's sitting on the IL. How many
games
has he played? Like 6 or 8?
Played 4 games.
4 games,
15 at-bats.
That's tough. I know Jade picked him up for fantasy, and he's been just absolutely big chilling on her IL for the past while.
He needs to be in that lineup, man. Like, this team is dangerous when he's in there.
Oh, yeah.
The other question is, like, when he gets here, where is he going to bat?
True. True. Will he bat middle of the order, probably?
Honestly, when he gets back, like, I think the first few games, he should be that, like, 5 or 6 hole, maybe.
Who's he taking out of the outfield?
Gritchick's been really good this year.
Oh, I was thinking the same thing.
Like, honestly, it might be Lourdes, because Lourdes is kind of, like, he's heating up, but he struggled early, but...
And if you would have asked me earlier, I would have said Gritchick, but, like, earlier in the season.
Like, he was red hot, then he kind of cooled off.
Yeah.
But he's been consistent lately. Like, and I really don't think you can take him out of the lineup. And I think my opinion is, like, I've seen they started playing Gurriel at first base a bit. Like, they
really?
like have
same as his brother.
Springer and Vladdy like switching DH or something. Like have those 3 switch who's DH.
Gotcha.
But I don't want to take Vladdy off first base.
Well, I wouldn't
he's
either.
Also really solid there.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't take Vlad out of the order for his bat, but yeah, he's like, solid on first base too, though.
DH, like honestly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Lourdes when he came up he was a shortstop.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind maybe putting Lourdes as shortstop and having Bo DH.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like...
He's got a good bat.
Bo is a liability on defense sometimes.
Yeah, but he's got a good bat, so you got to keep him in the order.
And another thing, like, Biggio's been hurt, but I think Blue Jays are going to use Biggio to trade for a quality
Well, I was just going to ask, maybe you should trade Biggio.
Like, I like Biggio, but he's striking out way too much. Like, he has some good plate discipline.
Yeah.
But this year, it's just not been there.
Yep.
Like, what is...
Yeah, he's batting low 200s, I think, isn't he?
What has he done? 205.
Yeah.
315 on base range. So it's been better, but he usually bats around that 250 range, but he gets on base, like, close to 400% of the time.
Yep.
pretty sure. What did he bat? What did he do last year? No, I think like 350 around there. Kind of overestimating there. I'm pretty sure now I look like an idiot.
Hey, no worries.
Not 375 last year.
That was Biggio's last year, 375.
375 on base percentage.
Oh, on base percentage.
He walks a lot.
Yeah, fair enough.
But when I watched, he was swinging at everything. Like he was taking that Bo Bichette approach at the plate, just like swing at everything. But you're not Bo Bichette. You can't hit.
You don't make the contact.
You can't make the contact like Bo does. Like Bo is an elite hitter.
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking at his PSA 10 card that I have, and I'm looking at its value going up, and I'm liking it.
Yeah, because we're in Canada.
Right. That's also what we're going to talk about, card value in Canada.
Skyrocket. You could sell them like that.
Oh yeah, it's so easy to sell anything.
Like I just bought a lot of like 10 cards for like $500.
Yeah, and you can turn around.
Deal,
you could turn around and sell that right now for more.
Oh, guarantee it was a steal of a deal. Like I couldn't pass it up.
Yeah. Well, I saw it and I was like, oh, I definitely have to send this to you.
It was like I'm getting Bo Bichette signed card. Like honestly, someone would probably pay like
they're good autos.
$300 for that.
They're good autos.
Probably even more.
Yeah.
And like Vladdy wins MVP.
Yeah, there's a Vlad auto in that lot.
Worth what I paid for the whole.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Just that one card.
And like I'm also getting a Roy Halladay rookie card. Like
yeah, I saw there's some hot cards in there.
Especially the R.A. Dickey signed card. That
guy throws 90% knuckles.
Team would be if they didn't make that R.A. Dickey trade.
They'd be filthy.
Imagine having Noah Syndergaard in this rotation.
Gross.
You could start Ryu, then Ryu throwing his 89, 90 mile per hour fastball, then you bring Syndergaard in the next day throwing 100 past their throats, man.
Yeah. And then the next day after, you get Dickey's 64 mile an hour knuckleball 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Guy's like 49 and he's still pitching because his arm.
Where knuckleballers really struggle is indoors, and like that didn't make any sense to make that deal.
Yeah.
It's like holy, just give up your best players, man.
I love just going back and seeing his games that he pitched, and it's just like, yep, another knuckle. Yep, another knuckle.
Like when we made our deep playoff runs in like 2015.
Yeah.
He was sitting on the bench.
Tough
honestly,
go.
yeah, like those teams were amazing, but like you should question some of those moves, like like the
head office
moves
moves
that they made. Like
what's going on?
The, like David Price trade and like the Troy Tulowitzki trades, but they just didn't really perform with the Blue Jays. Like David Price can't win a playoff game to save his life.
Same with Kershaw.
I don't know what it is about
Tough goal.
He was an elite pitcher. Like just couldn't get the job done.
Playoffs came around and it was all downhill.
Yeah, it's like back then, like who the heck would have been in a rotation for the playoffs? It would have been probably Stroman, Aaron Sanchez.
Oh, I remember Aaron Sanchez. Did he not almost win Rookie of the Year? Was it 2017, his rookie year?
He was elite with the Blue Jays.
Guy has fallen off the face of the earth. I forgot about him till right now.
He's with the Giants right now. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure he's kind of been doing all right.
Oh, yeah?
Like, he had those blister issues. Like
I hate that.
See, I looked up Aaron Sanchez, and it's not even the first guy who comes up. I had to scroll down a bit.
Ohtani's got those blister issues all the time, too.
Like, Aaron Sanchez. What is he doing this year? He's 6 games started. He has a 3.18 ERA, which is really good. Like for him.
Yeah, honestly, not bad. Well, if you're sitting at a below 200 ERA, you're hot, and if you're like an above average pitcher is sitting low 300s. So.
Like I remember, I have bad memories of Aaron Sanchez because back 2015 when Blue Jays made those playoff runs, I went to the game. Like them and the Yankees were fighting for first place, and I went to the first game of the series.
Yeah.
And I remember, who was it? Carlos Beltran. Does that make sense? But did he ever play on the Yankees? I can't think of the guy's name.
I don't think so.
Hold up. I have to look up 2015 Yankees.
He's pretty much played Rangers his career.
here. When I see the name, I'll recognize it.
Sure.
There we go. Yeah, it was like he was. Oh, who would have been here? Yeah, it was Carlos Beltran. He was on the Yankees that year. Hit
I was thinking Adrian. I don't know why I was thinking Carlos.
He
had Adrian in my head.
He had a nuke to take the lead in that game. And yeah, like again, David Price pitched that game, and he pitched good, like in a big game like that, and he came to play. But
yeah,
playoffs is just a different story for him. He is struggling. So, what do you think? What's your final predictions for the standings in the North? Or not the North.
The AL East.
AL East. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hockey right now. 'Cause the team's playing behind me.
I got well, like you said earlier. I think Boston's. It's only a matter of time. Verdugo's been a sneaky hitter, like we've talked about on the show. Verdugo's been a sneaky hitter for you on MLB The Show, but I think it's only a matter of time before Boston falls off the table, and then Tampa Bay. I don't really know how Tampa Bay's doing with only Glasnow on the bump because.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 9-1 in their last 10 games, but
isn't it Rich Hill? The old guy who's all of a sudden just lighting it up there too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Rich Hill on another team.
I'm pretty sure. Could be right. I'm not actually too sure. I think so.
Yeah, he's kind of like he's an old guy who's getting them through the getting them innings and
And Glasnow's just a beast. I think Tampa Bay has a good shot at contending again for first in AL East. Baltimore, I have zero faith in them. As always, they're 0-10 in their last 10 games.
They're going to come back. They're on a 12-game losing streak right now.
Yeah, that's tough. 12 games. You hate to see that. I had such high hopes for Ryan Mountcastle, but I don't know. It's still early in the season, I guess, but he's been not panning out. But
how about Trey Mancini, man? He's had a great year.
Yeah, RBI leader in MLB.
Yeah.
Crazy comeback here. Love to see it.
There.
Great story there. Love to see it on my fantasy team. Love to just see it for baseball.
I think Mancini gets moved at the deadline.
I'd like to see him moved anywhere but Baltimore. Play for a better team.
Looking at the standings, like how is the Minnesota Twins 21-30? Like, damn, they're bad.
Yeah, and they went from being like contenders winning last year.
Yeah, they just can't get by the Yankees. That's their only issue.
Yeah. But
so my predictions for the AL East.
Tell me.
I do think the Yankees are going to be first.
Yeah, I was gonna go between. I was either gonna go Yankees first or Tampa Bay first. Them between first and second, then Toronto, then Boston, then Baltimore.
Toronto, they just need to fix that pitching. Like they need to get if Manoah continues to pitch like this.
Yeah.
Like I think if Manoah can have an ERA around like the 3 to 3.50, I think this team's gonna have a lot of success.
Honestly, even just 3 to 3.50.
They can outscore their opponents.
Especially if Vlad is crushing the ball every day. Well, if I go on FanDuel and I hit my home run, I put Vlad as my home run guy every day. He's gonna hit him.
He's a heavy favorite to hit.
Yeah. And Tatis right now, I have him and Tatis normally every day, and I just saw Tatis hit another home run, which is lovely for my card value of him. Sorry, that's off topic though.
Wild card, who would be in the wild card right now? So you'd have Tampa in first.
Yeah.
Tampa, then the White Sox and the Oakland. And the wild card would be Boston and New York.
Yeah.
So
and Cleveland's only a half game behind.
In the AL East making the playoffs? Like, who knows?
It's possible.
Honestly, I don't see any team in the AL Central besides the White Sox making the playoffs.
Mm-mm.
Like the Indians are good, but
Cleveland's only making it.
Falls off.
Cleveland's only making it if it's in the wild card.
Yeah, they're White Sox. I think have that division.
And I think Houston's gonna hop ahead of Cleveland. Only a matter of time for wild card.
Yeah, I think Houston, and I think Houston will take over first place in the AL West.
Fair enough.
Like,
only 2 games behind Oakland.
This is the run differential in the AL West.
Tell me.
Oakland -8, Seattle -46, Angels -46, Texas -30. Then you have Houston +48.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and then you have like the AL East. It's Tampa +57, Boston +54, Yankees +14, Toronto +40. Like that's
Over.
a lot of those are the elite teams right there. And then you have Baltimore -65, but who's talking about Baltimore right now?
Yeah, who's talking about Baltimore? That's oh my.
Better
Baltimore
watch out.
year in
Baltimore's
and
gonna
year
go on a
out.
winning streak here.
Year in and year out, Baltimore never ceases to fail or amaze, depending on how you
They
want to
haven't
look
been
at it.
relevant since Adam Jones, I think his name was, left the team.
Yeah, that I don't even like. That was their guy, and they're just like, yeah, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
But I do like Baltimore's.
Wherever you are.
I do like Baltimore's future with Rutschman
Yeah,
and
Rutschman. That's the only guy I know.
actually, I think there's. Why am I not thinking of another guy? I think there's Rutschman and there's another guy I can't off the top of my head. I'm not thinking of, but and if Mountcastle gets going, but yeah, never ceases to amaze Baltimore how bad they can be.
Like, imagine if you put any of the AL East teams besides Baltimore, if you put them in the AL Central, like, man, they're probably one of the best teams in the league because they're playing Kansas City, Minnesota, and Detroit all the time. Like,
yeah,
that division sucks.
It's a stupid division. Yeah, like what? Kansas City, Detroit, and Minnesota. If Minnesota's playing well, yeah.
Yeah, like, I guess Buxton's been hurt. Like, that's their excuse.
Imagine you put Baltimore in NL West.
NL West. They're probably competing in that division almost.
No, you only got San Diego and LA.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of the wrong division. I'm thinking of the wrong division right now. I'm thinking of the AL West. You're talking NL.
Yeah. NL West, you got San Diego, LA, San Francisco, who's been somehow so hot, tied with LA. Dodgers, that is. Clarify, not the Angels. But, yeah, you're getting absolutely blown out of the water if you're Baltimore in that division.
Yeah, like, Baltimore's probably getting blown out in every division,
That's
honestly.
pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate. They're a tough go team.
So, these are my players the Blue Jays need to go out and get.
Tell me.
I have Max Scherzer.
Yep.
Absolute would be a huge addition to this bullpen. Like, you have him and Ryu. Like, that's a good 1-2 punch there.
I agree.
And there's been talks about, I don't know, I've heard some rumors about Trevor Story possibly coming to Toronto. I just think that why.
I was going to say, like,
player,
he's a beast, but
don't need him.
You don't need another shortstop.
You don't. Like, then it's a crowded, like...
You got such a crowded
Simeon's
infield with
doing his job.
Yeah.
Like,
you got an extremely crowded infield with no pitching depth.
Yeah, like, I don't know why, like, I don't know where I heard this from, but it's like, it's out there, like, oh, Trevor Story to Toronto.
I actually think I heard the same thing.
I heard it too, and it just doesn't make any sense.
I know, yeah. It wouldn't. Especially with Groshans coming up next year.
Yeah, like, I'm furious with it, honestly. Another possible Blue Jay acquisition, I think, is Jose Barrios.
That'd be,
Barrios, whatever you call
and his
it.
value
I think
is
it's a perfect fit here.
His value is down right now.
Guy.
I mean, at least his card value would be down, but like he's having a little bit of an off year, so I assume his trade value is down a little bit at least. But
yeah, he's having, like, they call it down here, but he's actually, like, he has an ERA hovering around 3. Like,
yeah,
he's
just
good. He shouldn't be an ace of a bullpen.
Yeah, but he's a good second,
be,
third
like,
guy.
2 to 3.
Yeah, right behind Ryu.
Bullpen help here. I think from Pittsburgh Pirates, their closer Richard Rodriguez.
I was just gonna say Rodriguez has been hot this year.
He is so good.
Yeah.
Like, I watched his stats. Like, this year, he has an ERA of 0.86.
Yeah. Closers?
He's only had 6 save opportunities. He's on the Pirates.
Yeah, 6 save opportunities because Pittsburgh can't get anywhere near a close game win. They're just getting blown out all the time.
It's like his trade value is so high, and like, you're Pittsburgh, you're rebuilding. You don't need an elite closer.
Yeah, you
like,
don't.
No one talks about this guy. He is a stud.
I know. I agree.
He has electric stuff.
Yeah, and he's just because he's on Pittsburgh.
Just because he's on Pittsburgh, no one talks about him.
Yeah.
Like, I hear about Hader, I hear about Chapman, and players like
that. The big names.
What about this boy, Richard Rodriguez?
Guy's on fire.
He's 31 years old. Like, he's sneaky old, but he is really good. Like,
he could be good for a couple more seasons. 1 or 2.
Yeah, like, he's probably 5 more seasons.
Yeah.
But,
mm-hmm.
like, he needs to be on a winning team.
Yeah.
Like, like, let's see.
Hader
Last
would
year, he had
be
270 ERA, which is really good.
Hader would be filthy if he was on a team that was in more winning opportunities as well.
Yeah, like Hader's probably the best closer in the league.
Oh yeah, he just doesn't have the saves because Milwaukee's never
Yeah.
close.
So you think Christian Yelich is done? Like,
Oh, that's also another thing, man. Guys, off year last year, and like we were talking about with last year just being kind of a write-off year for kind of everybody.
yeah,
But like this year, he's just been injured, and when he hasn't been injured, he's been hitting like just above
I
200,
don't even know what he's batting.
like
Probably
230 or
he's
below, I
below
think.
200s, isn't he?
Yeah, like below 230, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like he was didn't he win an MVP? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, 20.
And he's
Yeah,
yeah,
2019 or
and
something.
he's just like I thought of trying to trade for him in fantasy, but like
Oh, he's
I was like,
246
oh,
right now.
down
So,
here, maybe I can fleece.
yeah, fleece someone.
But no way.
And that's what I would have
Nah,
thought too.
man.
Like you kind of, like I would have thought trade for him because he's having a rough go right now. So his trade value's low, and then he'll pop. I'll make the trade, and then he'll pop off. But it just hasn't been. He just hasn't been popping
he
off.
just hasn't been himself, and maybe I think he will find it, but who knows when? Like,
He's having a tough go right now.
needs him. Like,
Milwaukee needs it for sure.
is Milwaukee even good this year? Like, I don't even know.
Not really low. Kane's been injured for a decent amount of the season as well.
Yeah, like, gosh.
Vogelback, I
Frustrating.
think, has
These
been kind of their
players
guy.
Getting injured
Yeah,
or struggling, I meant, and Mike Trout being injured too. That sucks.
I don't even know the last time Trout's been injured more than like 3 days.
Yeah, and
Guy's just an absolute
are
like
the Angels even going to win a
unit.
game the rest of the year without him?
They're pretty hard
Like,
pressed.
oh, that is another frustrating team. But I think you could talk about that on separate.
Yeah, on a
podcast,
separate
but
podcast.
holy,
Maybe
they
that'll
are-
be our
they
next
are a
episode.
literal joke.
Yeah,
They are the definition of a joke.
yeah. Maybe that'll have to be our
They're-
next podcast.
Yeah, maybe. Like, holy, like, just sign a pitcher. Like, give Trevor. You should have gave Trevor Bauer $50 million.
Yeah,
No one would judge
honestly.
you for that.
yeah.
Give him $50 million a year. Like, who cares? Like, you need pitching. You're wasting Mike Trout's career. Like, has Mike Trout even been in a playoff game before?
Nope, not once.
Like, that's the best player in
Best player in baseball
Like,
has never
he's the best
seen a
player of all
playoff game.
time. And he's like the best, most talented baseball player, but people are going to like, oh, he's not the greatest of all time. Because
Yeah.
he never played a playoff
He
game.
never played
Like,
a playoff game because he played on one of the worst teams in the league.
I can almost guarantee this is what's going to happen. It's going to be 4 or 5 years from now. He's going to get traded to the Yankees. I can just see it happening.
That'd be huge, and I would love
Yeah,
it
another
as a
thing,
Yankees
like,
fan.
talk about Trevor Story. I think Trevor Story has Yankees written all over him.
Well, it would
He's an
make
elite
sense.
shortstop.
If you send the Rockies, I'd send Glaber over to the Rockies.
Oh yeah,
Get
he's
Trevor
got
Story
Glaber,
over here.
Probably a couple
You could-
low-end prospects.
I was gonna say you could send a couple low end prospects and Glaber Torres, and I'd happily do that. I don't think I'd
Yeah,
want
like
to send.
Trevor Story, he's a top tier first baseman. Like, he's probably one of the best.
Yeah,
Like, right now he is.
yeah. Wait, is he playing third base right now?
Not Tatis. Not better than Tatis.
Yeah, Tatis is.
Tatis is.
Guy's been
Tatis
injured,
is
but every
elite.
time he's been not injured, he's been mashing.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
hope-
so good.
I'm hoping he can just stay healthy for the rest
Like,
of the season.
He has the power. He has the speed.
Defensively, he's a beast.
He's so good.
Yeah. Maybe we'll
Yeah,
get
like-
one last topic that I just thought up off the top of my head. How about Baez? Did you see that play?
Oh my god. What is that? That just sums up Pirates baseball right there.
A slap down the third base line, pick it up, throw it to first. Throws off a little bit, but like it didn't.
Touch your base.
You just need to touch the base. Guy can go home. Doesn't matter. He goes through. You touch base. Run doesn't count. It's third play. It's third out. It's a force out, so the run doesn't count.
Yeah.
And then he gets a double out of it.
Yeah. I was so confused watching. I was like, that's weird. And then I realized there's 2 outs already.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And then I watched. Yeah, it was one of the. I saw it and I was like, no way this just happened. Like, how? How do you
it's
not
like
just catch the ball and then just touch first base? It's the third out. Why do you run him down the line? Run him down the line back to home. What is he going to do? You don't even have to touch first base. You could literally just let him come to you.
Yeah, like people. I always see like on posts like, "Oh, Javi Baez is unreal. Holy, look at this play." I honestly look at it as just the first baseman being stupid.
Honestly,
like,
Javi didn't like if you go back down the first baseline, if anybody's just sitting, anybody that's in their right mind on first base is just sitting there. I'm like, okay, I'll take.
Chase him. Just go back
yeah, I'll just go touch first. Okay, I don't care if you're running back to home. What are you gonna do?
That guy, what are you thinking?
Yeah,
he wasn't thinking.
I saw him in the dugout after, and he was just slamming his head on his water bottle.
That's embarrassing. Like, you're all over Instagram and social media and stuff like that because made an embarrassing play.
And I've seen it on social media for like the past 3 days. Like, I'm like, hey, is it gonna go away?
It was literally like when LaMelo Ball gets a layup. It's like all over social media.
Yeah, hilarious. Love it.
Oh my.
Rizzo, did you see Rizzo on the bench? Guy was losing his mind. He loved it.
Laughing his ass off.
I would have been too. If I would have been right there watching it as a teammate, I would have been rolling on the ground. That's hilarious.
That was
yeah.
It's hard to watch.
Yeah.
Funny play,
really funny play.
Imagine just the locker room after that. He's probably getting torn apart in there.
Oh yeah, he's getting ripped up.
Probably just breaking everything he sees.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, why are you doing that? Who cares? We're not going to make the playoffs anyways. We're going to be the worst team in the league.
Pittsburgh baseball for you.
They
really are relying on Ke'Bryan Hayes. And he's injured. They're really relying on Ke'Bryan Hayes, and he's been injured since Game 3.
and they have Hayes. Who else do they have coming up?
I don't even know.
That's it.
Yeah, they have.
Good drafts here.
They got nobody really.
Holy moly! That team's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But just give us Rodriguez. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, really.
Well,
Rodriguez
you're wasting his career.
The
Blue Jays luck, he'll come here and he'll just suck.
Yeah, and he'll just be absolutely terrible.
Honestly, Blue Jays bullpen, they've struggled, but they're honestly, I was like, oh, they got to be one of the worst bullpens in the league. But they're like in the, I think they're between 10th and 15th.
Yeah, so not
MLB,
kind of halfway
which isn't
through.
bad. Was better than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, I think they're one of the worst teams. Late game / closing situations. They're the 23rd ranked bullpen.
Yeah, that's
with
tough.
With a 4.50 ERA in late game / closing situations. So it's 7 innings or later.
Yeah, you can't win games like that.
Yeah. And, what I saw it, this is off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
What was their current pitching staff? I think they went their saves and save opportunities, I think it was 3 for 6, 3 for 7, somewhere in there. I could be wrong, but I wrote it down on my other piece of paper, but I think it was something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Romano, he's good.
Yep.
Dolis I still don't think Montoyo did the right thing, putting Dolis in when he came back from injury in a late game situation.
Yeah.
And the Blue Jays have their injuries. You haven't had Springer, you haven't had Julian Merriweather, who looked dominant in this first series against the Yankees as a closer.
Yeah.
Then you lose David Phelps for the season. And literally, I think everyone's been on the IL almost. Besides Simeon, Vlad, and Bichette.
It's tough.
Biggio's on it right now. You had Teoscar COVID. You had
right.
think Gurriel was hurt for a bit. You had Kaleb disappointed. I think he got sent down. And then Kirk's out for 60 days.
Yep.
You're relying on Jansen and McGuire, which I don't think they're very good.
That's a tough reliance.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Tough, but
well, should we wrap it up?
Yeah, I guess so.
Awesome, sounds good. Well,
final hot take.
Let me hear it.
Blue Jays are winning the World Series in the next 3 seasons.
All right.
This season.
Hey,
possibly back to back.
It's a good opportunity. It's likely they got a good lineup if they can figure out their pitching.
Yeah. I
If
agree.
Manoah keeps doing
Also,
what he's doing, and Ryu keeps doing pretty good. Yeah.
Ryu's elite.
Yep. I
Like, I
agree. I
think he's
agree.
one of the best pitchers in baseball, and he's doing it without having that 99, 100 mile per hour fastball.
Yep. He's a sleeper pick. He doesn't get talked about a lot, but he's good.
No, he was a good signing.
Mm-hmm. When I saw that he came over from LA, I was like, that's gonna be good for the Jays.
It's a good signing.
Yeah.
Great signing. And then if we can get George Springer back, like I
Mhm.
think sky's the limit for this team.
Yep.
Like I think like right now, in 5 years from now,
Yep.
who do you think like give me your top 5 players 5 years from now in the MLB?
5 years from now, I gotta go Tatis. Soto's gonna be good as well. Trout will be pretty much just finishing his career, and so that'd be my top 3 probably. And then who else? I think Wander Franco
Yeah.
will be. I think he'll be huge. And oh boy, who's another one? Someone young. I got a few choices. I don't know. I think C.J. Abrams is going to do well.
Yeah,
But he's going to have some tough. He's going to have a tough time getting in on San Diego with behind Tatis. But
yeah.
I don't know who I choose for my 5th. Not Jason Dominguez. I think he'll be too young in that time still.
Like my top 5 right now, well, not in order, is Vlad, Tatis, Soto, and Trout. I think will still be elite. And,
I'll put Vlad in my top 5. That'll be my top 5 too.
And it's gonna. I think the best pitcher in the league 5 years from now, if he's as good as advertised, is gonna be Nate Pearson. Another hot take.
Oh boy. Okay. 5 years from now, we'll come back to it.
Together. He needs to get his shit together.
5 years from now, we'll
Okay.
come back to episode 2.
Yeah, that's my top 5. But
Awesome.
off of the hot take, but the first 4 are very accurate in my
Yeah.
opinion. You could probably. I don't think Bichette's gonna be a top 5 player, but he's gonna be top 10.
He'll be good. He'll be good. He'll be a real
Do
solid
not
guy.
hot take Danny Jansen in that top 5. Turns it around. Next, Mike Piazza.
Next, Mike Piazza. Love it. All right. Well, this has been your next installment of Ballpark Nuts, a hot take on the Jays from a Jays fan. This is your host, Chase, with our guest host, Kaleb. And
Thanks for having me.
yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's been a good conversation. We're going to have you back on for more future episodes, and maybe we'll even have to
Forward to it.
Maybe we'll have to even get some more guest stars on with us, both of us. Maybe get Marshall on. I know he wants to be on.
Yeah, we gotta get Marshall here.
Yeah. All right.
Bandwagon guy.
This has been episode 2, hot take on the Jays from a Jays fan. This is your host Chase signing off. We'll see you in the next one.